It was a chilly evening on October 21, 2019, when Mark, a delivery driver for a local courier service, found himself navigating the winding stretches of Route 44 in Rehoboth, Massachusetts. The road was enveloped in a dense fog, the kind that clings to the ground and obscures the path ahead. Mark had driven this route countless times, but tonight felt different. An unsettling stillness hung in the air. As he approached the intersection near the old Rehoboth cemetery, his headlights caught a figure standing by the roadside. It was a man, seemingly in his late 20s, with unkempt red hair and dressed in a plaid shirt and jeans. He extended his thumb, signaling for a ride. Despite an instinctual hesitation, Mark decided to pull over. After all, the nearest town was miles away, and leaving someone stranded in such conditions felt wrong. The man climbed into the passenger seat without a word. Mark noted his pale complexion and the distant look in his eyes. Attempting to break the silence, Mark introduced himself and asked the stranger's name. The man turned his head slowly, meeting Mark's gaze with an expression devoid of emotion, and then returned his stare to the road ahead without uttering a single word. An uneasy silence filled the cabin as they continued down the desolate road. After several miles, Mark noticed the temperature inside the truck had dropped significantly. He glanced at the dashboard. The heater was functioning properly. A chill ran down his spine. Suddenly, the man spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "This is where I get off." Mark slowed the vehicle, scanning the area. There were no houses, no streetlights, just the dense woods pressing in on either side of the road. Before Mark could respond, he felt an inexplicable compulsion to look away momentarily. When he turned back, the passenger seat was empty. The door hadn't opened, there was no sign of the man anywhere. Panic surged through Mark as he pulled over, his breaths coming in shallow gasps. In the days that followed, Mark recounted his experience to friends and colleagues. To his astonishment, many were familiar with the tale. Locals spoke of the vanishing hitchhiker, a spirit said to haunt Route 44 near the Rehoboth cemetery. According to legend, the red-haired man had died in a tragic accident along that stretch of road decades earlier and had been attempting to return home ever since. Skeptical but intrigued, Mark delved into town records and old newspapers. He discovered an article from October 21, 1973, detailing a fatal collision involving a young man named David, who matched the description of the hitchhiker. The accident had occurred precisely at the spot where Mark had picked up his silent passenger. The realization sent shivers down Mark's spine. He had become part of the legend, another witness to the eerie phenomenon that had plagued Route 44 for years. To this day, travelers along that lonely stretch of road report encounters with the vanishing hitchhiker, leaving them to wonder about the thin veil separating the living from the dead.